Hello everybody. I want to bring you this from therealstanley.com. CBS is looking for an actress to play Lucy Lane in Supergirl. With all the hype surrounding the Marvel Studios doing all the series and movies, I'm trying to look into female antagonists and protagonists along with the male. And basically, I haven't found a lot on this Supergirl show. I'm not even sure how much money they're putting into it. I just wish there'd be more on the Daredevil, and everything I'm hearing is pretty much what everybody else is saying. But this came up from therealstanley.com, so I decided to run it. TV Line just got a hold of some news for CBS's Supergirl. They reported that CBS is now looking to cast Lucy Lane, which some of you might know is Lois Lane's sister. Lucy also becomes Superwoman, which in the comics causes her to become a bad guy for some reason. She's also a love interest of James Olsen, which should be interesting because Becky Kara's Supergirl love interest. This could set up an awkward and uneasy love angle, especially if Lucy gets her powers and turns into a bad person. In the comic, Lucy Lane turns into Superwoman after being manipulated by her father. He sends her out after Supergirl, so this announcement could be a very telling sign where they plan to take this in the series. I'm not going to ask you to imagine anything regarding the superheroes, but where's the hero and where's the villain? An interesting and unique TV series. Well, I don't know about you folks, but I'm not really in the market to know who the hero and who the villain is. I think everybody is both nowadays, and it really does. I'm sorry, did I say Marvel? I apologize, people. This is DC, I believe. Yeah, Superman is DC. I apologize, people. Alright, so here's the trailer for this. I think I showed this before. So it's a minute 47, so hopefully that'll go quickly.
My name is Kara Zor-El. 24 years ago, my planet was in fire. My cousin, Kal-El, was sent to a planet called Earth. You may know the story, but you didn't know mine.
You will do extraordinary things.
Until now.
You must go. I love you, Kara.
Flight 237 bound for Geneva is circling the sea after engine failure.
We just lost another engine. We're going down. Brace for impact.
Oh, come on!
Alright, that looked decent. I don't have a lot to talk about the including Supergirl. Should make a fantastic TV series, although I think the Superman series in the 90s was just kind of a bad situation. So I won't hold it against CBS if this one turns out to be worse than that. But it looks good. The only thing that I would probably put in this is obviously the physics. I always comment about the physics, but here's the reality, folks. I'm not even going to go into the idea that a single person weighing in at, say, let's give her the benefit of the doubt, 140 some pounds, could not only learn to fly or seemingly learn to fly and then run and jump into the air, but also in doing so somehow grab onto an aircraft and fly that aircraft while holding on like this. Now, if you can believe that, fine. But here's another thing. The people who wrote this probably didn't know about centrifugal forces, the centrifugal forces, and various other forces which you act on that plane, even badly, the wing or tail containing probably people with it would rip off in a heartbeat from gravitational forces in and of itself. So this idea that this female decides to save the plane, if she pulled up fast enough on that, either the wings or the tail would snap off and fly off. And she would cause the death of probably nearly every passenger on. And the way it seemed like she took that plane off the bridge was definitely something which would have snapped the wings. Alright, I have a pilot's background, at least partly. I was a student pilot for a little while. I still haven't got my plane, so I am not going to do that. But I know enough about the various yaw forces and G forces and various forces like that to know that, you know, these comic book writers and these producers and these writers and everybody else don't think. I know they have specialists on board that make it somewhat real, but it's never going to be 100%. And right when she took that plane up like that from an almost indefinite hit, the tail and the wings would have come off. So thanks, guys.